Oh, what is going on, Nitro Sites? It is me, the Nitro General here, back again with another video. Now, first of all, I just want to say happy holidays, guys. I hope you had a great Christmas and or happy Hanukkah, whatever you guys celebrate. I know Hanukkah's still going on, I think, but I really hope you guys are having a great holidays. I did remember I said that there probably wouldn't be another video until probably after the new year. But, there's going to be another video, as you can tell by the title of this. Yeah, and this is kind of just a filler video, you know. I've been doing a lot of mainly Pokemon stuff, and I kind of wanted to stray away from Pokemon stuff, if that makes any sense. A little bit, not a lot, because I'm still going to be doing a lot of Pokemon videos, but I do want to kind of do some other stuff. So, basically, I'm going to be going over every Xbox game that I own and doing a short explanation of if I like it or if I don't. Chances are, if I still have it, I like it. But, yeah, I'm not going to be going in depth on all of them. But, I just thought this would be a filler video and just kind of a cool thing to check out to see what games I'm into and if I think that you guys should get them. So, I'm just going to... There are a bunch of games, but... There aren't, like, I don't have, like, an overwhelmingly a lot. I have, like, 20 or 25, maybe, and I still only play Borderlands, Mortal Kombat, and Forza, pretty much. But, yeah, so we'll go over these quick. So, obviously, the first one on top here is Borderlands 1. I did a video, I think I posted it. I know I made a video. I don't remember if I posted it or not. This is probably one of the oldest games that I have right here. Borderlands is one of my favorite games, you guys know. And then I got the Handsome Collection here. That's got Borderlands 2 and the prequel in it. And then, obviously, I have, Borderlands 3 here. So, obviously, this is the 4 games. They're one of my favorite games. You already really know this. You probably knew that those were going to be in there. Yes, so there's that. And I love those games, by the way. Those are, if you couldn't guess, I just love those games. And then I have Mortal Kombat X, and I have Mortal Kombat 11 here. Both of these games, I love so much. As you can tell, they are some of my top 5 favorite games. These are the only 2 that I've really played in-depthly, so I would call myself a Mortal Kombat fan, but there are definitely a lot of people who have been playing for a lot longer than I have. I played 9 a little bit, but I don't even have it anymore, and then I played one that was on the DS for a little while, so I don't even really know very much. I know a little bit of the story of 9, a little bit, but, I've really been into since, 10 and 11, so they're just, you know, some of my favorite games. And then I got these 2 here. I don't know why I didn't, kind of put them together here, if I can find, there we go, okay. So I got the 2 Forza Horizons that I have, which is 3 and 4. I'm not really into racing games that much, but I really like cars. So I really like old cars. I love upgrading cars. I love, you know, just cars in general. Like, I mean, look at the back of these boxes. I mean, these are sick. Look at all the cars on them. I just love cars in general. So it's kind of a no-brainer, you know, that I'd like these games. And this is probably the only one that I know of. There are probably more open-world racing games. So you can buy all these different cars, you know, probably over 100 different cars in both the games. And you can just race with any car you want, or you can just drive it around the amazing-looking landscapes that are so awesome. So yeah, it's just super great. I love those games. And if you guys didn't know, you should, or if you guys have never heard of them, you should totally check them out. Next game we got here is Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, I never had Xbox Live. I've had it now for a year, but I actually just had to pay for it again, and I didn't because I never really used it that much for anything. When I play, I like to play by myself or with somebody else in the room. So, Grand Theft Auto 5 was something that I played probably one of the longest games I've ever played. Is this one, and GTA 4. I think I have GTA 4 here somewhere. I'm not going to dig for it right now. When we get to it, we can get to it. But I love Grand Theft Auto 5. It's such a cool game. And you can get cars in that game too, which is really, really cool. And there's more online, but I never really did very much online. But the story is pretty cool. I do like the story. This was always the game that I was never allowed to play until I got my own money. So, because my parents were very at least my mom was very anti-gaming when I was a kid. So, I had a Game Boy, and then I didn't really have anything until I got a Wii and a DS. And those were literally the only gaming consoles I had my entire life until I got an Xbox 360 in like 2012 or 11. Because my mom never really let me play very many video games. And especially not this one. I do think I had a PlayStation 2, but I think it was my dad's. I don't think I ever really played it very much, because I don't remember any game on it whatsoever except GTA San Andreas. And I didn't own that game. My dad didn't own that game. My cousin owned that game. So my cousin would come over when we were, I don't know, I had to have been 10 maybe? No, probably 9. And my cousin was 8, probably, and he would bring over Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, put it into it, and the only thing I remember is that there was, if you guys know anything about this game, which is my favorite GTA game, probably because I have such fond memories with it, if you guys know anything about the game, there is a place where you can go and you can play 2 players. Which, by the way, the 2 players in that game sucked so bad. It was like you guys both had to be on the same screen. So, like, if one person ran off the screen, the other person had to go. Or you just had no idea where you were. And I remember, like, you could pick your own characters. And the first time we figured out that you could make the 2 characters kiss by somehow. And we had no idea how we did it. And we did it, like, a couple times. And I just remember dying laughing. I mean, like, we were young. Like, we were, like I said, like, probably 8 and 9 years old kids figuring out how to make 2 male characters on a game that I probably shouldn't have been playing, Kiss. So there was that, and that was probably some of the most fun things that I had ever did as a kid. So, but yeah, so there's that. The next game on here is another one of my favorite games, Minecraft. This is the Xbox One edition. I don't know, I had it. I've been playing Minecraft for a long time. This does not want to close. I think it's broken. The thing is broken. But I had Minecraft for the 360 on the Xbox, and then I actually like having the actual disc for stuff, because if something ever happens to the Xbox, I would rather have to start all over with games than to not have the games at all, I guess, would be the sense, except for some things. Like Pokemon would be one thing that I would say that I would rather just not have the game, because once you, like, especially once if you do all this competitive breeding and stuff like that, and then you lose everything, it's kind of just like, well, now I don't want to do that. So yeah, Minecraft's one of my favorite games. I played it on PC for the longest time. I actually don't really care for it too much on the Xbox. I would rather play it on PC or handheld. I do not like the one for the phone. That's obviously... I hate that, but it is really actually nice on the Switch. It is really cool to play. I prefer to play it on the Switch just because, I don't know, it's just easy to play on the Switch. I really like it. But I've been playing Minecraft for the longest time, and when I play it with anybody else, we always play the console version, and that's just how it always has been. Now, okay, here is a hidden gem. I don't know if you guys have ever played this game. This is one of the only Xbox 360 games that I still own. And it is one of the coolest games, I should say, that I've ever seen, but I don't think it really got that very good reviews. And that is Splatterhouse. There were 3 games that I saved from the Xbox 360 that I owned. And that was the next game I'll be talking about. 4. The next game we talked about, Injustice, Borderlands, and Splatterhouse. This, I think, I got at the exact same time as I got Borderlands 1. I'm pretty sure it was, I know it was from the same place. I don't remember if it was from the same day or not, but if you guys want to check out the back, here is that. You don't really have to read it if you don't want to, but it's, I don't know, it was something about, like, a cursed mask that it's got terrible graphics, like, terrible, but from the time that it came out, which I don't really know what year it came out, but it was like a haunted mask that the guy put on, and like all I know is that like at the very beginning his girlfriend was taken away by some guy, and he had to try to save her, but the mask was like all of a sudden there was a mask thing next to him, and he's like, "You're weak," and he's like, "I'm not weak," and he's like, "You're weak," and then he put on the mask and it made him all buff and shit, and he had like these bones that would come out like blades out of his wrist that would kill people, and he was fueled by like blood and stuff like that. It was very gory, and it probably stemmed from the fact that I was never allowed to play any games like this. So when I got a game like this, when I had my own money to get a game like this in like 2014, I was like, oh my god, this is super cool. I think my cousin and I bought it, and I actually really like this game. It is not backwards compatible, so I still have a 360, an Xbox 360 also. So, pretty much the only reason I still have the Xbox 360 is so I can play this game. Because it's just a really, really awesome game, and I highly suggest checking it out if you haven't already. Okay, so the next one I should be talking about is Left 4 Dead 2. I don't have Left 4 Dead 1 anymore, but in Left 4 Dead 2, there were DLCs that you could get that basically unlocked the full Left 4 Dead 1 game. You could play all the Left 4 Dead 2 maps, but the DLC gave you all the Left 4 Dead 1 maps, along with it. You could play them as the characters from Left 4 Dead 1. I'm not sure if they were better graphics or not, but I'm assuming they were. But yeah, so all I just know is that Left 4 Dead 2 is like my favorite zombie game ever created. It's just really cool. You know, it's levels, not really open world. I was never really into Dead Rising or anything, or Dead Island. Dead Island. I had Dead Island, but I was never really into it. But I got it, and I never really played it. So, but this game has always been fun to me. Me and my cousins and my friends have always played this game so much, and there's been so much talk of a Left 4 Dead 2. Actually, one of the same companies that worked on Borderlands works on this game, or made this game too. That's Valve, and I really wish that they would make a third one. But as for right now, I have Left 4 Dead 1 inside of Left 4 Dead 2, and it's just such a good game. And if you guys are into like zombie games, it doesn't have great graphics, but still it holds up. Like it really does. It's just so awesome. I should probably pick this up a little bit. So the next game we got here is Evolve. Now, Evolve is a game that I never could really get into, but I never wanted to sell because I love the premise of it too much. This was one of the first games that I got for the Xbox. When I got the Xbox One. When I got the Xbox One, I think I got Diablo, which I don't actually have anymore because I don't like those type of games. I got Evolve, I got Borderlands the Handsome Collection, and I think that's it. But all I know is that this is just a super cool game. They've got different monsters. You could play as the monster, or you could play against like a hunter team, and there was always just one monster, and then you could get a bunch of other people to play as the hunters. It was mostly an online game. I really wish there was a campaign, but there wasn't. But I'd love to play this with friends and stuff. It's just really cool. Something that I really highly suggest checking out, but nothing that I have ever really played a lot. So I can't bring myself to get rid of it because it's just such a cool game. Now, here comes another game that I love dearly to my heart, and that is Spyro. Now, because Spyro was always just PlayStation exclusive, and I hated that because I was like, I remember, that might have been one game we had on the PlayStation 2, was the Spyro game. And I think it was the second one? Yeah, it must have been the second one. But this game, guys, they came out with it for the Xbox as all three, and it's the Reignited, which is the games with the better graphics, and I love it so much. And I'm probably going to be playing this soon again because I just love this game so much. I love collectible games. I love games where you get to collect everything, and I just love this game so much, and you guys definitely have to get it if you have never played it. Next game we have on here is Far Cry 4. Now, this is the only Far Cry game I ever played, and I want to get into it more. It's just another one of those games that was hard for me to get into. But I love games like this. I love open world games, but there's so much that you have to do. And I don't know if I'll be keeping this game. This might be one that I would sell or something like that. But it is a really good game, and there's all these. I think there's Far Cry 5 now, and Far Cry Primal, and everything like that. So this is I don't have the newest one, and I don't know. It's just not something that I love per se. But it is a decent game, I guess. Here's another game that I think is stepped on a lot, which is Mirror's Edge. This was Catalyst, which I guess the second one. And it's basically like a parkour game, which, by the way, I love the look of this main character. I think she's super badass looking. And this is the one that you play as. And you can, like, do parkour and shit from different battles. I haven't even beaten the story yet. But this is another game that I will probably be coming back to because it is such a cool premise. I love the whole first-person parkour games like that. It's just really, really cool. Definitely should check it out if you guys haven't. Now, as you guys know, my favorite superhero, supervillain of all time is Deadpool. I love Deadpool so much, and I haven't beaten this game, but that's only because I got to like one part in the game that I just couldn't beat, and I just put it away, and I haven't really got it back again. But another game that I would pick up again soon, because it's just awesome. It says, "This is what awesome looks like me," so he's like literally breaking the third wall. It's so cool. I love this game, and I just love Deadpool. And the fact is that the next Deadpool movie is going to be made by Marvel in the Disney universe, so I don't know how good it's going to be, but nothing could ever compare to this game right here, because this is the Deadpool that I like. So I'm saying this right now, if Disney screws it up, this is the Deadpool. If you guys think that you like Deadpool after you watch the third movie, and that's like the first one that you've ever seen, play this game. This is the Deadpool from the comics. This is the Deadpool that should be Deadpool. But I'm just hoping that they don't screw it up. So there's that. The next one here is the Amazing Spider-Man 2. I don't know if they made a 3 or not for the Xbox, but I actually really, really like this game. It is really fun. I like the different suits, and I like all the different villains. I just think it's really cool. It doesn't have the best graphics, but it's a pretty cool game. And I would love for them to make another Spider-Man game for the Xbox, because I don't have a PlayStation. And the only reason I never get a PlayStation is that so I could play the new Spider-Man game, which is awesome. But yeah, so there's that. So check that one out if you want. And then we have Subnautica, which is a new game that I got recently. I have seen Subnautica everywhere, and it's just super, super cool. I think it's one of the coolest survival games out there. And I'd probably be playing this a lot more, if not for the fact that I'm so used to playing games that autosave for you, except for the Pokemon, that I just forgot to save. And at one point, my Xbox shut off, and I had gotten so far that, like, I'd gotten the Seamoth and everything, and then by the time I turned the game back on, it was like, yeah, no, you hadn't saved since before you got the Seamoth. And I was like, well, I had done so much that I didn't really care too much. So yeah. And then are these two? No, they're not. And the same thing. Can I find the other one quick? That way I can go over them. Here we go. We have the Batman series. I think this is most of the Batman games for the Xbox. This one's got Return. This is Return to Arkham, which has got Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, and this one is Arkham Knight. So I have Arkham Knight, Arkham Asylum, and Arkham City. These Batman games are just fun. You know, just the sheer fact that you can play as Batman, who is one of the darkest superheroes ever, and it's just really cool because, you know, Spider-Man's a really, really cool superhero game because of the fact that you can parkour and you're like flying around the city and shit. But if you want a really good story-oriented superhero game, the Batman games are where it's at. And I definitely will probably be picking up more if there is more, but I think these are the 3 that they have right now. But I highly suggest these games. They're just amazing games because Batman is just an amazing character. And then I have Mega Man: The Legacy Collection. I have very fond memories of playing Mega Man. They got a game on the phone, which is where I first got into Mega Man. And I had a friend in high school who knew a lot about older games. And so we'd sit on the bus in the morning and we'd play Mega Man on my phone, and it was so cool. And when I saw that they had this, I had to get it. I haven't played it in a while, but that's just because, I mean, it's got Mega Man, Mega Man 2, and Mega Man 3. Oh, it's got Mega Man 1 through 6. And you just can't get over it. And I have Mega Man on my Switch, which basically has all the rest of the Mega Man games on it. So I am capable of playing all the Mega Man games. But this is just awesome. And it's just super cool because I have such nostalgia playing the games. Okay, now we're on to the last few here. We have Injustice and Injustice 2, which, by the way, you guys already know I love these games. It's basically Mortal Kombat with DC superheroes, which I love better. I mean, what's not to love? I just love them. And then you have Skyrim, which is a game that I haven't played much, but I refuse to get rid of because I started playing Skyrim after it was in its prime, so I never really knew too much about it. I have it on the Switch also because I thought that I'd play it more on the Switch, but I haven't. It's kind of harder to play on the Switch, but I'm also not getting rid of this because it's Skyrim. You can't get rid of it. I love this game, but I just haven't beat it yet because I started playing it after it was popular, which sucks. Alright, now we're on to the last three games. We have Sonic Mania, which is another game I haven't really played too much of because I thought it was a different Sonic game when I bought it, and then when I realized that it wasn't, I was like, well, I'm still gonna keep it because I love Sonic, but it's more of like the 2D scrollers, as you can see. I thought it was more of a 3D game, and so I'd probably be playing this some more, but I think I put this in the Xbox one time, and then I realized that this wasn't the game I thought it was, but I'm not gonna get rid of it again because I love Sonic. And then I have Flashback Classics. These are Atari games. There are 50 Atari games on here. And I just like this because they're just a bunch of just nostalgic games on here that I just think is really cool. And this is kind of a game that I have never really played that much. But again, don't want to get rid of because it's just really, really cool to have. Kind of something to go back on if you're bored and play. Which would be something that I would like to have on a handheld rather than on the Xbox, but at the same time, you can't get rid of it. And then the last game, another survival game that you guys probably already know, and that is Terraria. Now, Terraria is like Minecraft in a sense, but there is so much to do in Terraria, and there is no creative mode. And I would really like a creative mode kind of thing where you can go in and just check out all the items and all the weapons and everything, so you can be like, there's this and this and this and this, like Minecraft. But since there isn't, there's just so much of the game that you probably would have no idea. You get all these items and you have zero clue what to do with these items. Like, if you had a creative mode and you were like, oh, you can make these into armor or weapons or something, I didn't know. You know, or you could stumble across a rare ore and you're just like, I don't even know what to do with this, or you don't even know if it's rare or not. So, you know, Terraria is a really, really cool game, but I could never really get very far into it because of the fact that I had zero clue what to do whatsoever. But, yeah, and that, you know, concludes all the games that I got in going over why I like them and stuff. If you guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like down below. I'm definitely going to be playing some of these older games, because seeing them again makes me just being like, oh, I have to play these games again because, one more. Overwatch. But again, I can't really play it right now because I don't have Xbox Live. So I might be getting rid of this. I think I might be getting it for the Switch anyways. But yeah, I do have Overwatch, and I played it quite a bit when I had Xbox Live. But that was literally the only time I ever used Xbox Live. But yeah, guys, that is really it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like down below. Again, this was a filler video, so just something to get away from Pokemon and to have something go out. Other than that, guys, I really, really hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below. Subscribe for more content. More trash content that I'd be posting. That was not a grammatically correct sentence. But, alright, guys. Again, I really hope you enjoyed. But other than that, guys, I will see you whenever I see you next. Nature General out. Peace.